So here we are starting the match. I'm thinking I should pull guard. And then I don't. And she pulls guard. And she closes guard. And look how close she stays to me. So I should have had my hands out already, but I never got my hands in to post to start to keep her down. And she starts staying so crowded up top here as she snips this Kimura in. That was great. I thought that was really good, keeping me crowded like that. And so the figure 4 lock's already locked. She's got a good enough grip on this Kimura. I don't feel like getting my arm ripped off today. So I decided, all right, let me drop my weight on top of it. And she's trying continuously to put my shoulder into a place it does not want to be. So I'm just dropping as much weight as I can down onto that side. Now, part of me is hoping that we're going to go to mount. Of course, I would rather her just let go and try something else. But figure if we're going to go to mount, I'm going to keep gripping and re-gripping on the inside of this top knee. The thought being that if she starts to go over, that I'm going to be able to create a little bit of space with this post, lock that arm out, and create. And notice, this is important later, where her grip is, right? It's above my hips, around my waist, obviously, because we started from guard. In retrospect, I wish I had pushed on her inside of her knee a little bit better, although that would have been going straight to mount even faster. Or tried to peel something off, addressing that figure 4 more. When you're trying to get rid of a figure 4 body lock, it's a pain in the butt, no matter where you are. So I'm just worried about her wrenching my arm off on the one side. I'm trying to invite a little bit, also wishing she'd let go, and trying to prepare for if we get rolled to mount. Now, I don't have a great... she's about to go. And see, if I had been more inside of the knee, maybe I would have had a tiny bit more of a chance to lock out a post. She switches her grip here. I wish I could see, actually, what her grips are, because my arm is still locked in internal rotation. My shoulder on the other side is still locked up. I don't know where her arm is exactly. It felt like... yeah, I guess that couldn't have been... So, my hand is jammed. My right hand is jammed almost underneath of my rib cage. So I'm in pretty full internal rotation. I have no use of that arm on that side. And it's just locked down. And so my other hand is saying, okay, well, what can I do here? And my coach, Em, is asking me to try to find her foot to try to pry off that figure 4. My hips aren't even really on the ground here because of where that lock was. So my hips aren't on the ground. She's above them. Any bridge that I do isn't affecting her too greatly. And her head control is some serious stuff here, so I can't really turn my head. And it's this really beautiful cross-body control. It's putting weight heavy down on the one corner of me with that figure 4. And she has my arm totally taken out of the picture on the right side. Now, where I would argue with her coach, who was laughing about it at the time, it was, oh, she's about to pass out. I don't know about all that. It was annoying, as you can tell by my push with my hand here, removing it from trying to get the figure 4 off. It definitely concerned me enough that I would rather her shoulder not be shoved into my neck and my face. So I was trying to deal with that a little bit. All right, so now it's on my jaw, not on my neck. All right, it's more tolerable. So I go back to trying to pry open this figure 4. Great weight distribution, great control on my far arm. And I commence flopping around like a fish trying to do something about it. And so I go back from posting on the hip, posting on the foot, bridge, bridge, bridge. A lot of leg spaghetti. You can see my foot push her leg down there, so I get a little piece of it. I'm trying to undo this figure 4 lock. Still no right arm. Still totally locked down. Still great head and neck pressure. So she took away the top corner of my body, the right arm and my head. And I just keep flopping around here. At some points, I was definitely thinking, I wish I'd listened to that little voice in my head telling me to pull guard in the beginning. But hey, can never enter a tournament without thinking that you can beat anyone, anybody can beat you, and you might end up somebody's viral video on the wrong side. Trying to get any motion. At some point here, you're going to see my hand come away from my body a little bit. It felt so strong because my hand was jammed underneath of my own back. Just enough. And I tried to pry it away. I started to get a little space because of the way it was jammed against me, I had no space to bring the elbow up and try to sneak it inside and through and under. Here we go. It's coming away for just half a second, and she shoves it right back in. So it's just having her hand shoved behind my back, kind of in one of those like cop come along style things. And time is going to end here soon. So basically, great position. Shouldn't have let her get there. And that's it. Kudos there. Good match for her. Not for me.